What team would you put the belts on, FTR or Blackpool Combat Club at Double or Nothing? And I think they should lose either way, by the way, the Jurassic, that is.
It's a good one. Probably, the way it's going, it seems like they probably put them on. I mean, when you say Blackpool Combat Club, are we saying Moxley and Bryan, or is this like a Freebird?
That I honestly don't know. I don't know who would be the combo, because they really haven't made it clear, because they haven't done like Moxley and Yuta yet, or I could see it being
give them
Danielson
the trio.
and Yuta.
When they bring the trios, give them the. I would say FTR.
Yeah, I agree.
I think, I mean, it makes sense. They have the AAA belts, the Ring of Honor belts. I mean, they love collecting belts over there, so they might as well throw the AEW ones on them as well.
I mean, they're the best team in the world right now anyway, right?
They are.
What do you make of this report that WWE's interested in them? I mean, I read that and I'm like, well, no shit. They're probably interested in any popular act in AEW. We hear this every couple of weeks. Oh, they're interested in Jade Cargill. Oh, they're interested in blah, blah, blah. Well, no fucking shit they're interested in these people, because they're hot right now. No shit. But, I mean, I still say, I mean, people disagreed with me. I think there's a good chance they could go back down the road. People misread them and were like, why would they go back? Their division sucks. Dude, it's fucking 2022. People go back in a decade. That happened. Cody Rhodes, it took him 6 years to come back. People said the same thing about him. If Cody could go back and be treated like a star for now anyway, I don't see why FTR, even for as bad as WWE's tag team division is, it could be better in 5 years. It probably won't be, but there could be that one point where they're just bringing people back and they want the money. I mean, even the fucking Dax Harwood said, oh, there's a chance we can go back. We wouldn't be opposed to it. So what do you make of that report?
No, I think, it makes sense. I mean, they're hot right now. I mean, I honestly think if they came back, I feel like I'd want them to put them with Randy. I mean, I feel like they had some friendship with Randy before they left. They seem to really like Randy. I feel like Randy's better in stables in a couple of years or whenever they're up. I mean, imagine putting them with Randy, and they could be like the Usos to Randy, basically. They could still be at a top. They could still be champions or at a top level, but they're associated with Randy. I think that would be pretty cool.
WWE did not do nearly enough with FTR KO. I mean, that had so much potential, and they cut it short after like a month or something. So, yeah, I mean, I don't even know. Again, I'm talking like 5 years down the road. Orton, by that point, it's going to be 45 if he's even still wrestling regularly at that point. But I do like that idea. But either way, you could certainly see them going back, right?
Yeah.
I think Jon Moxley's a little less likely, just given how he left and his feelings towards the company. But he's another one. I'm not saying it's impossible. I don't think he'll be back on like a regular wrestling basis, but I think he'd come back for the Hall of Fame. I think Punk could come back for the Hall of Fame. Not that it means anything, but again, we're at a point now where people say, oh, they'll never go back. And this is like literally after Cody, the fucking founder of All Elite Wrestling, just came back, and all these other people came back after all these years. Warrior, Brett, Bruno. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, I don't really think it's far-fetched that any of these people in WWE, or AEW rather, could come back at some point down the road, even if it's 10, 15 years from now.
Yeah, I mean, I think people are just dumb when they say that. I think at the end of the day, like, that's where they started their career. They always just seem to come back, I feel like.
Even if it's a short run and it doesn't work, like the Hardy Boys came back, and it wasn't the greatest run. They had a fun run, but, it didn't work out for the best in the end, because obviously they're not there anymore, but they still came back. I mean, it just at least once, and I think I'm not saying they have to come back or I'm desperate to see them back. I just think it's silly to say they'll never be back, because we've seen stranger things happen, so just keep an eye on that.